Hello everybody, Ben here from Cayzu Help Desk. The purpose of this demo is to give you a high-level overview of the system. If you want to go through specific features or would like to see it more in depth, please book us for a live demo. Now, the Cayzu Help Desk system was built because we couldn't find anything that would meet our needs in the marketplace. Over time, it's been expanded, with many new features and functionality directly from customer feedback. Now, there's two main components of the system. There's the end user portal, and then there's the agent portal. Now, the end user portal is where your users, right, so they could be internal employees, external customers, right, could potentially come in to submit requests, search your knowledge base, even sign in to view, past requests or what they need help with. Now, this is fully brandable within a few clicks, so keep in mind you can change your logo, your banners, your text, as well as customize it. So if you don't want a knowledge base, that doesn't have to be there. Keep in mind that you can also have a support email address. So if you do have a support email address, that can automatically create tickets as well. Using forms, right? So these are built out by you, makes it a lot easier to kind of give your customer or your user a journey in terms of what they're trying to get help with. You build these out, right? And you can also set up automation behind them. So with larger groups, you can automate tickets depending on answers or even on the form itself. Okay. Now, what I define as an agent is the people that are actually doing the support, right? So if you have an IT team or a marketing team, it'd be the people that are actually helping your users. Now, the agent portal is fully customizable, right? So the administrators can set, what the other agents can and can't do. Everything is also automatically indexed for search, okay, as well as for metrics purposes. So there's about 15 reports here, right? These are all filterable, exportable, as well as granular, right? So you can filter, what users can do, or you can filter out what data you want to request. This can also be exported automatically, scheduled, right? So you can schedule data exports, as well as pull that data out with the API. Now, this is the agent's main ticket dashboard. It is also organized by views. Okay, so we can create and manage our own views, as well as choose what even to show in the columns here. Okay. The system makes it really easy to identify what needs attention. Right, so this yellow label will identify that the customer or your user was the last to reply. The system does also have built-in SLAs with escalation, and again, that is also reported on. So let's kind of jump into a ticket. So I'm going to jump into this issues with my printer. Now, again, I'm coming in as an agent, right? So I can right away start answering. This is my reply. Now, we also have the ability to create a public knowledge base or a private knowledge base, right? So the idea is that you can use pre-written answers from your knowledge base or even canned answers to quickly insert text. So it makes it a lot easier for your users, or rather your agents, to be able to answer customers. Now, we also have the concept of being able to collaborate with your team members. So if you do need help from one or many other agents, you can target them through internal notes. This is completely private and would not be visible to the user. Now, everything that comes into your reply here is public and is back to your user, as well as it's all time-stamped and threaded within the ticket. So the nice thing is that the Cayzu Help Desk system will give you visibility into your support efforts as well as accountability. Now, the accountability part is because everything is reported on. You'll also have visibility into seeing what your team's doing as well as the metrics to back that up. Now, the system has lots of functionality. Merging, could also do the opposite, splitting. We can include third parties as well as track time. Okay. The system will track all your contacts and companies, right? So there is a hierarchy, which you can also add in other fields. So if you need to track extra data, that is also possible. Now, jumping into the admin portal, the admin side of things, there is a lot here. Now, keep in mind that we do offer, like I mentioned before, a live demo. So if you need a personalized demo, that's a great way to kind of better understand the system. We also offer onboarding help. So if you need any help, even during a trial, just let us know and we can kind of walk you through it. Now, as I mentioned, you do have full control over what all your agents do, right? So you can set up your permissions and their roles, as well as organize into groups. Now, the groups can be tied into automations, as well as permissions to view, right? So you can also lock out different departments from each other. So for example, if you have the HR department and your IT department, those can be locked out. We do also support multiple brands. So if you're a company operating with different names, or maybe you want to support both internal and external customers, that is also possible. You will have full control over your email, so you can fully customize those. You can also control the workflow. So if you don't want to send certain emails, you can do that. There's also built-in satisfaction surveys, lots of automations, and a lot of back-end settings, right? So if you wanted to automatically close a ticket after 30 days, if you don't hear from a customer, that can happen. The system is there to make your life easier. The system will also tie into many integrations, including very popular ones, as well as ties into single sign-on. So if you use something like Active Directory or a different single sign-on mechanism, that will also be supported for both portals. Now, when I say for both portals, I mean that it would be working for the agent portal as well as your end user portal. Now, as I mentioned, again, this is just to give you a quick overview of the system. There is just so much more. If you do want to learn more, I'd highly suggest booking one of us for a live demo. And again, thank you so much for joining today.